Ladies and gentlemen, the chief host of the event, our Honorable Chief Minister, Nagaland, is here in the premises. So we request all our special invitees, dignitaries, and guests. Welcome to the prize distribution ceremony of the World War II Peace Rally, 2nd December 2024, here at the World War II Museum Complex, Kisama Heritage Village. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with much honor to once again remind us of the event that led to this very event today. The World War II, or the Second World War, was a 6-year global conflict between the two coalitions, as we all know, the Allies and the Axis powers. Nearly all the world's countries, including the great countries, participated, with many investing all available economic, industrial, and scientific capabilities in pursuit of total war during this time, blurring the distinction between military and civilian resources. On April 4th, 1944, this global war dawned on this iconic town of Kohima, now the capital city of Nagaland. The Battle of Kohima was the turning point, as we all know, of the Japanese UG's offensive into India. And that very iconic event has led us to this very day, the 13th edition of the World War II Peace Rally.
80 years ago, this place wouldn't have looked like what it looks like today. It was devastated by war, destruction, the sound of gunfire, death, bloodshed, violence. The very soil that we sit on and stand on right now was the battlefield to the fiercest battle that the world saw during the Second World War. In a public opinion poll in Great Britain, the Battle of Kohima was voted as the greatest battle Britain fought in the 20th century. In the Second World War, it was judged as the fiercest of all battles. 80 years ago, Naga people experienced violence like they had never in their history. Violence and war in which they had nothing to do with. A war that was a fight between superpowers of the world that reached the mountains of the Naga people. It caused suffering and it caused a lot of pain to our forefathers, our grandparents. But today, as we look back at history 80 years ago, we try to change the narrative. We tell the world, because of the experience of war, how precious peace is, how valuable unity and oneness is. Today, we use the history and legacy of the Battle of Kohima to tell our friends and well-wishers in every continent that make peace, not war. This event is a vision of our Chief Minister. It was he who envisioned and gave us the plan to organize this event. Today it has become a global event with participation from the state, different parts of the country, and around the world. The war was fought between the forces of Britain against the forces of Japan and its allies. Last year, the chief guest of this event was the Consul General of Germany. Yesterday, the honored guest at the Hornbill Festival was the High Commissioner of Britain and Ambassador of Japan. 80 years ago, they fought against each other. But today, in the same battlefield, they are speaking peace. We are proud of our heritage because that war, that battle would not have been won if not for the contributions of the Naga people. Our grandparents contributed towards the triumph of freedom and the triumph of democracy. All of you sit in a place that changed the course of world history. If the result of that war was different, maybe democracy would have been different in Asia and in South Asia. The Indian subcontinent would have seen different course of history. Ladies and gentlemen, today this event remembers that war, but we speak peace. Thank you, Chief Minister, for inspiring us. Thank you, my good friend, Mr. Mitchell, for supporting us today. Wales, welcome to our festival. Great Britain, thank you for partnering with us. As we depart from here at the end of the festival, it is our request that you be our ambassadors, ambassadors of the Naga people. We will have shortcomings. It's not the best place in the world, nor the most comfortable. Tell us of our shortcomings, but tell the world, your friends, your loved ones, that the Naga people are nice people, that their smiles are genuine, that their handshakes are firm, and they open their doors to you. Welcome once again. God bless. Kuknalim. Jai Hind.
It is a beautiful December day today. But let us imagine if you will, and let us turn back the clock to 1944, the month of June. Here in Dimapur, in the year 1944, June, it is incredibly hot and sultry and humid as we plan a relief convoy column of Allied forces from the 14th Army, the 33rd Corps, to head to Kohima, where a mighty battle is raging. Last night, there was a coded urgent message from Colonel Hugh Richards, commanding the forces in Kohima, to Lieutenant General Montagu Stopford, commanding the 33rd Corps in Dimapur, for urgent relief and reinforcements and logistics supplies. We prepared and loaded the supplies in the dead of the night. We leave Dimapur at 5 a.m. sharp. It has started raining, and the road to Kohima has turned into a slushy mud track where the convoy struggles to keep on the road. Many times, vehicles stall in the quagmire and get stuck in knee-deep slush and thick mud. But nobody complains, and we trudge on, wet, exhausted, at the end of our tether, but we press on relentlessly because the convoy carries vital medical supplies and logistic supplies for the beleaguered defenders in Kohima who are engaged in a desperate hand-to-hand combat, a mere tennis court separating the two sides. We all realize that the convoy to Kohima is vital. It could alter the course of battle and change the course of history. But now, let us fast forward to December 2024, today. As we started our peace rally convoy from Dimapur to Kohima, all of us knew we were honoring the memories of those Allied soldiers of June 1944. These lovingly restored vehicles, the Willys and the Ford Jeeps of 80 plus years vintage, represent the Nagas' desire to keep alive the memory of the Battle of Kohima, which shaped the destiny of us Nagas. After all, it was Winston Churchill who said, "A nation that forgets its past has no future." We Nagas shall never forget. With humility, but also with pride, we all wear the uniforms of the units that fought in the Battle of Kohima. Some of us are wearing the battle dress of the famous Chindits, led by Major General Orte Wingate. We remember that Colonel Hugh Richards, who was in charge of Kohima, was also a former Chindit. Hence, we honor this elite fighting force by wearing their uniform today. Amongst us are also the 1st Commando of the US Army and the Signal Corps Wing to guide the American supply run over the hump. We can see the ladies of the USA here. We also bear the arms that they used to defend and protect the free world. It is our way of honoring all those allied forces, British, Indian, American, and Nagas, who made the supreme sacrifice in the Battle of Kohima. One unit that fought in Kohima is the 3rd Assam Rifles. They are still today deployed in the Naga Hills, and they bear the proud motto, Sentinels of the Northeast. The convoy reached Kohima on that fateful day, on the 11th day of June 1944, and was greeted by wild cheering by the defenders of Kohima. And in the same way, when we reached Kohima, we felt that triumphant, that exhilaration that they must have experienced. Today, 27 vehicles started from Dimapur. They have all reached here safe and sound. The main ethos of the World War II peace rally, as Mr. Abu has said, is the call for peace in the world. As conflicts rage on, we Nagas are proud to hold aloft the torch of peace and goodwill to each and every one of our guests who are here today from all over the world. It is our fervent request that each one of you, when you return home, please carry and share the message of peace from us Nagas to the whole world. The theme of peace is the motto as we celebrate the Hornbill Festival of Nagaland. Let me end here with a few lines of poetry written by Fusilier John Dunn, 1st Company, 8th Battalion, Lancashire Fusiliers, attached to the 143rd Special Service Company, Headquarters, 2nd British Infantry Division. Memories of Kohima. Don't stand and weep for me. I am the wind, I'm wild and free. I am the mist in the cold night air. I am the summertime, warm and fair. I am the gentle autumn rain. I am the sun on the ripened grain. I'll be there when you lie on your bed. I am the pillow where you lay your head. I am a raging storm. I am the eye. I am 1,000 birds that fly. Don't stand and weep for me. I am the wind. I am wild and free. Remember every word of love that I said. I am the vision at the foot of your bed. I am the stars that shine in the night, a beautiful eagle in the morning light. Don't stand and weep for me. I am the wind. I'm wild and free. May God Almighty bless each and every one of you, and may the sun shine on all of you, and may you all have a wonderful stay at Kisama. Kokdalim, Jai Hind, thank you.
Which is Welsh for ladies and gentlemen. What a distinct pleasure it is to be here today to represent the Welsh Government and to be able to speak here at this event. Honourable Chief Minister, I have to start by saying what an inspiration Nagaland is. The importance you place, each of you, on unity and respect across cultures, on community and celebrating differences is quite remarkable. And with Hornbill, you extend your expertise, your message of unity beyond this land, beyond India, across the seas to reach even my beautiful small homeland of Wales. In Wales, we have a distinct and proud culture identity, and language. We share a common bond of protecting it, of preserving it for the future. What we pride ourselves on also is being a nation of sanctuary, of community, of a welcome in the hillside, of a calon lan and llawn deuoni, which means a pure heart full of goodness. Yesterday, along with my friends from the British High Commission and the British Council, we were taken to the cemetery for the Battle of Kohima to pay our respects. We saw there the names of people from across the world, including from my home in Wales. We saw the names of so many young people, and a commemoration to the dedication of the Naga people and their bravery and dedication to peace. And it made me think of my grandfather, Mr. Philip Stinton, a man from the Welsh valleys. He fought here in the Second World War, in the mountains not too far away. He fought as part of the Chindits, and I'm so honored to see them represented here also. He never really spoke of his time in the war, and I think that reflects an awful lot of people from the time and the difficulties and the horrors they experienced. But I'm very honest when I say that one of the few things he did tell us was how grateful he was to have the soldiers from these mountains, who he called the bravest and most loyal, by his side. He said that if he had to fight alongside anyone, it would have been them. We share between us a bond, a desire for peace and goodwill, and it is our duty to promote this, a duty to honor the sacrifices of history and to protect future generations. And what we see here, the spirit that unifies us here, is a testament to that sacred duty, and one the people of Nagaland should be so very proud of. Thank you so much for this honor, for being named a partner country, and the pleasure of being amongst you today. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much.
I'm glad to be with you this afternoon in this prize distribution ceremony of the Peace Rally. As Abu had mentioned already, 80 years ago, the British Allied forces and the Japanese, who had a furious battle recorded in the history of British, which was voted, and we see the old pictures of that time of war. And here, most of you must have seen the Second World War pictures and the story written. This happened 80 years ago, but it is very much alive in the minds of their children, their grandchildren, and the people who had suffered, including the Nagas in and around this area. My father, who was also an army, they were young and they were doing scouting because the Japanese forces were coming from Burma, starting from Rangoon to Imphal and Kohima. And he came out from service when India got independence in 1947. And they were recognized as war veterans. They received Burma stars, regiment stars, and King George stars. It is very historical, and even today, the people remembered. The war that took place in Kohima town and the neighboring villages, not one leaf was standing. All the branches and leaves were fallen because of bullets. And you can see the pictures today and the abandoned war tent. And therefore, a place like Nagaland, which is remote, with no development, that war which took place here was like a wake-up call for the Nagas. And they had faced, until today, Nagaland is known as a disturbed area and still has Armed Forces Special Power Act. This is a draconian law. But the people want peace. That's why even in our state government logo and team, we had choose unity. And our theme is peace for development and development for peace. That's why we thought that we should propagate peace, not only for ourselves, but for our neighbors, for our country, and peace with the world. And it's why during this Hornbill Festival, which is known as Festival of Festivals, we thought we should incorporate the Second World War peace rally with the vintage wheelie jeeps, the weapons, and the uniforms displayed driving from Dimapur to Kohima and around the town, and to culminate in this Second World War museum at Kisama. So I want to thank all the participants led by John Lokamar, a retired director of Nagaland Police. He has given his war report, and it is nice to watch and also bring back memories for all of us, that what war can do and what peace can do. That choice we should have. That's why thousands of people died. Many of you must have gone to the Commonwealth Cemetery in Kohima. There lies 1,420 graves of fallen soldiers, 917 who belongs to other religions were cremated. And unaccounted dead bodies in thousands were littered around. And there were many common graves buried by the help of the Naga villagers. And year by year, people come and collect the human remains, the bones, to give them peace and taken home and do their pujas and worships. Likewise, in the heart of Kohima town, where the real battle took place, we had taken a place, and government of Nagaland and the people of Nagaland, we had built Kohima Peace Memorial. Kohima Peace Memorial in one side, and the other side, let their souls rest in peace. Besides that, yesterday we also inaugurated in that same complex Eco Park by myself and the Japanese ambassador. Oh no. This is how we're trying to propagate peace, to have peace in our land, to make friendship with our neighbors and also across the world. I'm very grateful for the partner countries and the partner states and all friends and lovers and believers of peace who had come today to witness this Second World War peace rally. I thank all of you, and I encourage our youths to continue to have this World War II peace rally in the days to come also. I know it is not easy to maintain an old car, which is 80 plus years vehicles. And I congratulate the Flag Fenders Club who are doing a good job. Government will continue to encourage you and keep up the spirit to showcase what happened in our land, which is historical for everybody, and together let us have peace among ourselves and have a bright future. Thank you and God bless.
Tourism Promotion Squad. Jeep number 9. Jeep number 9. They comprise of participants from both Sikkim and Arunachal. Madam Chief Minister, lady wife of our Honorable Chief Minister, Madam Kaisa Rio, to do the honors. Best Ladies Squad. Jeep number 3. Jeep number 3. Participants, please come and collect your prizes. All of you may come and they drove the Jeep by themselves all the way from Dimapur to Kisama. Ladies and gentlemen, Devanjan Chakraborty, to Director, British Council East, to please do the honors. The best uniform squad. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the best uniform squad. Hats off to all of them for their day. Jeep number 11. Jeep number 11. They are carrying authentic Japanese rifles, as you can see. These rifles were used in the Second World War. Which we have 3 prizes. So the third best maintained vehicle goes to Jeep number 2, for which we request Madam Alison Barrett, Director, British Council, to please kindly do the honors. Jeep number 2, the third best maintained vehicle. Jeep number 2. And this Jeep also comprised of the youngest participant of the rally. Give it up to him and his father. Madam, don't forget your prize. We request Madam to remain standing. We have 2 more to give away. The second best maintained vehicle, Jeep number 5. Jeep number 5.
Itu side sama, itu side sama. Itu side sama, itu side.
And yes, we come to the best maintained vehicle. We're letting a lady do the honors because they know better what maintenance is all about. So please give it up to Jeep number 25 for the best maintained vehicle. Jeep number 25. If all the participants can come up and receive the prize from Madam. Jeep number 25. Jeep number 25, Pachis. Mr. Peddy Mechio and gang. Jeep number 25. So the President Namsa will receive on their behalf. Looks like they're too busy maintaining their vehicle. Thank you, Madam. Vehicle, for which we request our Honorable Chief Minister and our Honorable Chief Guest to kindly do the honors collectively. Jeep number 4 for the third most original vehicle. Jeep number 4. Jeep number Thank you. They walk away also with a prize of rupees 10,000 along with citations. The prize for the second most original goes to Jeep number 1. Jeep number 1. Request all the participants to come and receive the prize from our honorable guests. Led by none other than President of Nagaland Flat Fenders Club. Better luck next time, sir. But he's gonna drive away with 20,000 rupees. Now the most prestigious of this event, the most original vehicle goes to Jeep number 6. Please give it up for Jeep number 6. Led by Captain Andrew Ahuto and his team. Congratulations. Congratulations to all the winners. The most original vehicle